So here's a comparison between the Roger Mayer Classic Fuzz and Axis Fuzz. The Classic Fuzz is the black one. This is the germanium fuzz face type one. And the red one is the Axis, which is the silicon. I'm running into a Marshall SV20, so this is like the baby plexi 20 watt head, into a 1x12 cab, and I've got a Rivera power soak. So to start with, here's my starting sound. This is a 65 Strat, it's grey bottom pickups. I'm going to use some different guitars, different era of pickups in them as I go through the video, but I'll start with this one. So it's quite dirty to start with, but I'll often roll off a little bit. I'm just going to go full on. Here's full on. I wouldn't use it like this, but it sounds cool. But to make it usable, because you're using a lot of this, I mean, I'm playing Jimi Hendrix stuff, right? Okay, with these, of course. So often it's rhythm based, yeah, so I mentioned that roll off. So with the Axis Fuzz, I like this. Just coming back a little bit to about 8. Or maybe lower. But I think you could still, with this setting, I like this setting, this is pretty good. Just by ear, I think you could also boost it up for a bit of solo. Let's move on to the Classic Fuzz a sec. I'll go max on this because I did on the other one. That'll sound cool. Okay, let's turn it down a bit. One thing I really noticed with the Classic Fuzz is the effect the volume on the guitar has to the fuzz. Check it out. So if I'm, it's at 9, that's at 8. So I find less of a kind of rhythm and lead tone that I kind of use for the Axis. Something like Manic Depression I was using then, it's fun just to kind of have that maybe just off of 10. So you've got a little bit of a turn up on the volume for the solo, but I mean... So when you get to that kind of... Okay, one thing I did with that demo was I did flick over to the bridge pickup, so I suppose I should do the same for the Axis. I'm thinking actually Axis Fuzz kind of sounds, so often the Axis album, something like Spanish Castle Magic. And then with the neck pickup. It does sound, let's try middle. You do need a little bit more of that treble. I'm not sure if it's neck pickup. It sounds a little too heavy. I'm going to switch guitars. Okay, so this guitar has 60s black bottom pickups. These are Peter Florence pickups. Pretty good, pretty nice. Let's check the fuzzes out as I had them in the last setting. So I'm going to roll off the volume here. That was the volume on full. I feel like that cleans up even better. Well, Strat's on 9 now on the volume. Okay, Axis. I feel like I can't help but play the Classic Fuzz just on full. It's just so cool. I feel like it's a little muddier than I'm used to though. I mean, I use it a lot. This is not my first time demo. I wonder if I kind of set it up blind. I kind of wanted to set this up blind, not use my usual settings. See if I can clean it up a little bit. Just try and get that kind of. I mean, that's where it was at. That sounds so cool. I kind of my favourite kind of fuzz, Hendrix fuzz tone is that. It's just awesome. Okay, here's a Telecaster. This has Peter Florence pickups in as well. I think they might be 50s pickups, something like that, but reissue pickups. This should be my clean tone, not clean, right? Here's the Axis. I'll do a quick neck pickup. And a bridge pickup. To be honest with you, I used my Tele probably on this middle setting more than anything. So that's what I'm going to kind of stick with for the most of this demo. Classic Fuzz. I noticed the drop off in volume though. No? Oh, definitely. And the usual neck bridge thing. I love the sustain on that. It's so good. It's worth just turning that up again fully to hear that. Wicked, love it. So there we are. There's the two pedals, the Classic Fuzz and the Axis Fuzz. If I had to recommend one, I really don't know which one I'd go for. The Classic Fuzz, of course, gives you those early tones, those really dark, fuzzy, sustainy tones. It's just a pleasure to play. It's one of those pedals that makes you sound better than you are. I think the Axis Fuzz is at times not thinner in a bad way. Thin in guitar terms is often like a bad word, right? You're able to get more clarity, and you're also able to roll the volume off and still retain a bit of the character of the fuzz, which you don't get with this one, which never did it ever advertise that was the case, right? You can go fully clean guitar by just rolling off with the Classic Fuzz. I really like the fact that you can retain some of the Axis Fuzz, even though you've rolled your guitar back a little bit on the volume, which suits my playing, might not suit yours. I'm glad I own them both. I didn't think I'd need two, but actually, I got the Axis first and I thought that would cover everything, but the Classic Fuzz definitely does those early Hendrix songs really well. Really fun to play. Let me know what you think. Have you got any comments? How you think the different guitars sounded? Be really interested to hear. Let me know. And check out some other of my videos. I've got a demo on this Axis Fuzz versus one of the copies out there. I think you'll hear the difference. These Roger Mayer pedals sound really, really cool. Really worth it. Thanks for watching.